think I think obviously like the whole like grunge scene exploded when we were at a pretty impressionable age. You know, we were like 10, 11 when like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all those bands kind of exploded. So those were huge.
Growing up, there was like a weird kind of mixture of influences. Because on the one hand, like for example, I really liked punk rock. Like that was like people who I grew up with. That was like the cool thing. But at the same time, like I absorbed a lot of musical influences from my parents, because my parents are really into music and really into like classic rock, you know. So they used to listen to like the Stones and Springsteen and David Bowie and Neil Young and like really classic kind of rock. And at the time, it wasn't really cool to like the same music that your parents were listening to, and it wasn't cool to like borrow one of your parents' records off the shelf or something. But I can see how much of that music I actually absorbed, because now I listen to all that music all the time. And like I can see how some of it's like filtered into our music. Yeah, I would say there's a lot more similarities than there are differences actually. I don't think we can really say that about most of the places that we tour to around the world, but walking around in the cities the last I guess what it's been 10 days or something like that has felt really kind of like kind of homely. Like you really kind of feel like you're back in Canada. So I think if y'all came to Canada, it would seem pretty much the same thing, though colder.
Just colder.
I think it's also that like bears aren't as commonly associated with like an activity like swimming that would be, if you live in Perth, you live at one of beautiful beaches. It's like people would want to go swimming, whereas like
there aren't bears anywhere near like any towns.
Exactly.
Some mountain towns, they'll be like hanging out at the garbage dump, basically.
What were you watching, like World's Greatest Bear Attacks? What do you mean all you see on TV?